Hello class, hello professor. Before I go into my persuasive argument, I would like to give a little background context into why personally I find mentorship programs effective. When I was young and in the first grade, they told my mother I wouldn't be able to read. I have dyslexia, and it was very hard for me to put words and letters into the proper context to make up proper sentence structures. To overcome this, my grandfather said, well, let's get him stuff he likes to read. I was very interested in Shel Silverstein books. My grandfather would read them to me, and I had the animated version of The Hobbit by J.R. Tolkien. So they got me those books. By the time I was in 4th grade, I had a 6th grade reading level. By the time I was in 6th grade, I had a 12th grade reading level. By having that, I was able to have a good foundation on how to read and how to learn. But I was still unsure of myself, very depressed, and my grandmother was very sick. So I wanted to drop out of high school. I had a teacher by the name of Mr. Bedka and a vice principal by the name of Mr. Madura, and they encouraged me that instead of dropping out, that I should go to what is known as a charter school. A charter school, for those of you that don't know, is homeschooling, but based off a state curriculum. So instead of it being something like a homeschooling where a parent dictates in what you will learn, it is actually set up by the state. The nearest charter school is in Lansing, Illinois. It's known as American School. By going to American School based off their recommendation, I have here a legitimate high school diploma, not a GED, that I got for myself to give myself the framework that I needed to go to college. I didn't go to college right away. It's been a decade, maybe a little bit more, since I graduated. But now I'm here. Purdue University Global has given me the opportunity to succeed now in life. Without that framework and without those mentors, I wouldn't be here. And they aren't as strong of a mentor as what I envision the city of Hammond needs. So now to my thesis statement. The city of Hammond needs after-school mentors. The reason for this is to decrease high school dropout rates, increase college admission rates, and increase the number of people in the local workforce. High school dropout rates are a problem. When kids, especially at-risk kids, feel that they can't succeed, they have a tendency to want to quit. By quitting, not only are they failing themselves, but they're failing their community. They need mentors to come in and teach them what they need to succeed, whether it be SAT study groups, trade school prep, or wellness programs. By helping these kids in their junior and senior year, these mentors are not only making sure that they graduate, but make sure that they can get their life goals accomplished. And the first step in that is getting their diploma. Another thing mentors will do is to help increase college admission rates. A lot of people, especially young people at that age, are highly depressed. They don't feel like they can succeed. By facing depression head-on with the support of a mentor, they will not only be able to get proper study skills, but also get the courage needed to overcome that depression and apply for college. And even if it's not for college, they can apply for a trade school. Trades are a great way to get a sense of backbone and knowledge that you need to overcome your life. But not only will they help them with the admission to college or a trade school, but they will help them build up resumes that they will need and help them develop interview skills and help them understand how to study and talk and communicate and deal with the feelings that they're feeling. And by helping them with this, not only, like I stated, will they help get them into schooling, but they will also help with my final concern, which is the unemployment rate. Hammond, Indiana has about an 8.5% unemployment rate. That's 2.5% higher than the national average. By using mentors that will teach them life skills and that will teach them the ways for academic success, they will be able to go out into the workforce and help all of those around them, whether it's creating a business or working for a business, they will now have a skill set that will be profitable not only to them, but to the community. And by helping the community in that way, they will ensure that future generations don't have to deal with the problems that they had. Hammond is a place of growth, and it always was, but it has taken a step back ever since the mills closed. Most of you may not know about Hammond, but it is where the movie A Christmas Story was filmed. At one time, Hammond was a big center of industry and profit, and it has fallen on hard times. And it has fallen on hard times because people in the community have given up. And they have given up because they don't have the support that they need to overcome these hardships. I hate to reiterate, but let's reiterate from the top. By decreasing high school dropout rates through a mentorship program that teaches them how to study, how to get through high school, how to practice for the SATs, these students will then have the backbone they need to overcome the next step. That next step is college or trade school admissions. By getting over the depression, by getting over the anxiety that they face every day, they'll be able to go and apply to a school that fits their needs and fits their interests to help them become more profitable as an adult. By having these skills and having the ability to also apply and do resumes and do interviews, they will not only be in college, but they will have part-time jobs. By having college, trade, and a part-time job, whichever they choose to do, they will have the backbone to do the final step, which is to decrease that unemployment rate. By decreasing that unemployment rate, not only will Hammond be more profitable now, but it will go back to the way in which it was in the past, a center and focal point for the American dream. The American dream isn't just the 2.5 kids, white picket fence, in a house. The American dream is the ability to succeed against any odd. Any odd, whether that be going to trade school, whether that be going to college, whether that be just going out there and doing for you. Mentors will help all of that. If mentorship can help one person, just one person, that is more than letting low-income and at-risk kids fail. That one person can then become a mentor to 4 people, and those 4 people can be mentors to 8 people, 8, 16, etc., etc. By doing this, not only can we help Hammond, but we can help all of Indiana. By helping all of Indiana, we could help neighboring Illinois and Ohio and Michigan. And by helping those states, we could help the United States. And by helping the United States, then we could help the world. It all starts at home. Everything's local. Everything's based around what happens in your community. Community mentors are the way forward for these students. Without that, they would have a high dropout rate, a high unemployment rate, and a high unadmission rate to college. They deserve better. We all deserve better. By helping them get the skills, like I said, to know how Microsoft Word and Excel works, how to apply for a job, how to study for SATs, how to have practiced studying tips for anything, whether it be high school to college level, and how to get out there and just work. The ability to operate a drill press, if you are interested in machining, is more important than the ability to run an office or how to manage. But if you have the skills because you have a mentor that supports you, you will go far. My mentors won't just be in the academic circle. My mentors for my program won't just be at the trade level. My mentors won't just be police and firefighters, but the mentors would be all of them. By leading these mentors to understand the kids that they will be mentoring, not only will the mentors put forth their best effort, but the kids will put forth their best effort. They will understand the way forward. They will have the grasp of the world truly understood at a young age. And that's something hard to do at that age. At that age, you are worried about a lot of things. You have a lot of things that you'll forget about. You'll have a lot of things you'll remember for the rest of your life. But you don't actually understand what's in front of you. but with mentors you will. The mentors will guide them. They will be the Sherpa through the mountains. They will be the guide through the desert. They will help them overcome everything that is in their way, every roadblock, from unemployment to college dropout to high school dropout. Nothing is off the table. That's what I want for the city of Hammond, and that's what the city of Hammond deserves. I know we really shouldn't be going into the first person in a persuasive argument. I know that makes me seem biased. And I know there are many rival hypotheses to why this wouldn't work, from low-income kids being highly inclined to become arrested and incarcerated, to the fact that the city of Hammond is low income, so they won't have the disposable income to fund something like this. But if you look at those negatives, you see why the city needs this. Those negatives enforce the idea that mentorship would help. Instead of allowing it to be, well, they're low income, well, they're going to be arrested. How about we put forth a way for them not to be? Let's enforce constructive behavior that actually benefits us all. The youth is the leaders of tomorrow. Without them, we won't have presidents, we won't have mill workers, we won't have senators, we won't have doctors, we won't have lawyers, we won't have plumbers and electricians. But if we give them a bedrock to go forth with by having mentors that have their back day in, day out, at night, to call whenever they need it, they will succeed. That's what we all owe them. That's what they deserve. So I would like the city of Hammond to consider that. Consider what is the best for them as a city now, and what is the best for the city as a future. But more importantly, what's best for these kids in the present. The present is all that matters. The past is gone. The future is unwritten. But the present is now. And these mentors will help the kids make the most of the now so they are prepared for then. I would like to conclude this by saying that I feel the only way forward for anyone is to have a strong support system. And I put forth the proposition of giving these youth a strong support system. I would also like it to be known that without the support system that I had, I wouldn't be where I am. Without the support system that you had, you wouldn't be watching my video. And without the support system that my professor had, she wouldn't be able to grade me accurately. We all deserve a support system. We all deserve a way forward. This is the city of Hammond's way forward. Thank you, and you have a good day.